Hello, sea creatures. Welcome to yet another toy review by me, your host for today. And today we are going to be reviewing quite a serious figure. It's not like a quick and you know what? I'm gonna turn on the light just here and see how the light looks like. Is that better? I'm not sure. You know what? I'm just gonna turn the light off. So today what I got with me here is Toto, another Mcfarlane figure. I am actually quite a big Mcfarlane collector myself. Once upon a time ago, like a long time ago, like 5 to 6 years ago, and I collect a lot of these things, Mcfarlane figures, because I am so in love with the amount of detail and the very good paint job that Mcfarlane Toys did to this, do to these figures of theirs, and especially this one. This is Toto from the Wizard of Oz line series from Mcfarlane Toys, and I'm not sure why a dog became like this. And was this one made by designed by Clive Barker or something? I don't know. I'm not sure what that guy is doing on top of the seemingly supposed to be Toto. Yes, the creature, this slimy creature down here is supposed to be Toto. I'm not sure what happened here. He looks like a swamp monster or something. And the guy on top of him is like some kind of a dwarf creature, or probably a stunted human creature. I don't know. I don't know, like some kind of goblin or something. That's wearing, if I'm mistaken, that is the witch's skull. What happened to the witch in this uh, in this version of the story? That guy over there. So there's nothing to be said about this figure other than, of course, to appreciate the amount of detail put into the sculpting of this thing, of this magnificent and morbid creature. Oh, just look at the detail on this thing. It's just so high. That is the front of the figure. Everything is a little bit shiny because there are like some water droplets around. I just submerged it in water because beforehand it was extremely dusty and I don't think it looks presentable. So I decided to clean it up a bit. Submerge it in water and use a toothbrush to remove all that dust I've been putting on display, not caring about it in my room, not caring about it for a very long time. And yeah, what happens if you don't take good care of your action figures? It's exposed to the elements. So anyway, that is the face of Toto, as you could see there. These are the prongs in which it is used in order to keep his mouth open and to guide him around the land of Oz. Very morbid stuff. I wonder if this thing is in pain. And if you take a look at this face over here, that is there's a very little resemblance of the Toto, the dog Toto from the actual Wizard of Oz. Just look at that, he's about to come at you. His skin is being torn back, is being pulled back by this harness over here. I'm not sure what that is. This is like some BDSM stuff here. I don't know what the hell is going on with Todd Mcfarlane when he came up with this figure. That is the detailing on the belt that is used by the rider in order to hold up to this thing. And let's take a look down below. The sculpting is very nice. It has no it's very accurate. There's no dimensional errors whatsoever. There's no perspective errors whatsoever. The belt really wraps around Toto like naturally, like it's very realistic. So now let's focus on the rider. I think this guy is a gremlin. There's some of the detail on his I don't know whatever thing is sitting on. I think this guy's been cut in half and he is doomed or task to ride Toto for the rest of his life, even though he's not showing any sign of pain. So I'm pretty sure that he is acting by his own accord. Pretty sure that he enjoys his job. 5 fingers on his hand, sculpted very well. Sculpted with absolute love on his figure. That is the facial detail. It looks like an old man or some kind of a monkey. I don't know. There's a torso detail. The detail on his right hand. Yeah, I don't think that this guy is in pain whatsoever. He looks so confident. Pretty sure that he loves his job. I don't want to show you guys the articulation much on this figure. I'm not gonna move it around because this is a very old figure. If I'm not mistaken, I got it like 5 to 7 years ago, and this thing hasn't been played with in a long time, and I do not want to break it like the same thing that happened to my Lego Exxon figure. When I tried to move it around, a part just broke, and I'm pretty sure the same thing is going to happen to this if I try to move it around. So I'm not going to let that happen to me. So let it be. I think this is the skull of the Wicked Witch. It looks just like the one in Banjo-Kazooie. So that's pretty much it. There's like the witch is smiling. I'm not sure how many witches they get in this version, this alternate version of Wizard of Oz. Yeah. That this figure is pretty big. In comparison, I do have some toys, 6-scale toys, some diecast cars with me here. So this is pretty much what a Hot Wheels will look like. So that is the size comparison between these two toys over here. This thing is quite large. The whole car can pretty much fit into Toto's mouth. This set me back around $10 when I first got it, and it was a pretty good deal back then. I'm pretty sure that in order to get this figure, you probably have to pay more than $20 to $50 for it. You know, because Mcfarlane no longer makes them. This thing costs way too much to manufacture. You know, due to the high amount of detail and due to the fewer available artists around to do Madman shit, Madman things like this, absolute Madman things like this, to do really amazing things like this. I really love the silhouette on this thing. It just looks so good. And by the way, let's just move on to the underside where you can find all the brand making and all that, and the brand names and all that. So that is the underside of Toto. You can see the detail on his paw over there. Come on, zoom. Okay, that is the detail on his paw. I'm not sure what these are. Oh, those things are, as a matter of fact, dust. They're not weird things as you may expect. Sorry for that, for you have to see that. Those are dust. They're just dust, wet dust. There's nothing to be worried about. Don't worry about it. Don't be grossed out. I know I can be quite a gross person sometimes, but just bear with me. It's pretty harmless. It's not. They're pretty harmless. So, what's written down there? Let me check. TM and copyrighted Todd Mcfarlane, production 2003, and made in China. Only the Chinese are able to manufacture something like this in massive amounts. If this toy is manufactured in America, pretty sure it's gonna cost much more than just $16. I'm pretty sure it's gonna cost at least $100 at least, due to the absolute craftsmanship that the high amount of craftsmanship that is needed in order to produce a toy like this. I'm not obviously I'm not praising China or something. It's the reality, man. China is the place where you can find really cheap and good you know, really cheap, really cheap and good labor. And speaking of the underside of this figure, that's the content of his stomach inside this hollow tube over here. Toto is pretty hollow on the inside, and for the love of, for the sake for, for the love of me, oh yeah, now I can access it. Yep, apparently in the inside of him is quite hollow, as you could see, all the way to his, what is that? All the way to his spine. And the plastic is see-through plastic. And yeah, this figure is quite defective because apparently due to time, due to heat and all that, uh, this the plastic is starting to bend, that crack on this. I really don't know how to fix that. Probably have to use a water and to use hair dryer in order to mend it back in shape. Anyway, this is the contents of Toto's stomach. This is what it looks like. It's all yellow and green, and some spotches inside. It looks like vomit. I'm not sure what those things are. Like some kind of animal that he ate. Apparently there is an Easter egg. I actually made a research on the figure. Apparently there's an Easter egg in which you can find the actual Toto that's been consumed by this alternate version of Toto, and I found it. There you go. You see that thing over there? That is the Toto from the Wizard of Oz, in which you also got consumed by this thing. So that's a pretty nice touch. Very nice Easter egg. Nobody will be able to see it, but you know, they decided to put it in anyway. Good for Mcfarlane for doing that. I really love that small details that nobody else can see, you know, when they do things like that. It's so good. That's Toto. I wonder what happened to Dorothy. Yeah, I haven't got Dorothy with me, but then again, if I get extra money, I'll probably going to find it. I'm gonna look for it somewhere in the markets of my country. Pretty sure I can find them. So in order to put it back, just snap it there, just play with the plastic a bit and it snaps back right into place. So, and ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That is Mcfarlane's Toto from Twisted Tales Wizard of Oz. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more toy review videos in the future. See ya.